1300 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Humayun Zeib Abbasi. First, the headlines. Prime Minister says the COVID lockdowns have caused unprecedented rise in the commodity prices internationally, but Pakistan has fared relatively much better. Pak-China bilateral trade has witnessed unprecedented increase of over 60% since the launch of the second phase of a delegation of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation led by Special Envoy for Jammu and Kashmir is in Islamabad on a 6-day visit to Pakistan and the Azad Jammu and Kashmir. In the ICC T20 World Cup, Pakistan will take on Scotland at Sharjah and Afghanistan to face New Zealand in Abu Dhabi today. Now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan says the COVID lockdowns have adversely affected the commodity prices in most of the countries in the world. In a tweet today, he said when the unprecedented rise in commodity prices internationally have affected most of the countries, Pakistan, however, fared relatively much better in this situation. Prime Minister also shared a video link showing an analyst drawing the conclusion from data that Pakistan's economy is developing and the country is performing and progressing well in current scenario as compared with the other regional countries. Minister for Information and Broadcasting Chaudhry Fawad Hussain says Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf is the only national party which has a national agenda. In a tweet today, he said Pakistan's opposition is fragmented, having no similarity in the ideology. The minister said the opposition's movement against the country's only federal party, PTI, is nothing but an attempt to survive in the news as they have no program for the country. Fawad Chaudhry said if one opposition party has the representation in one division, other has three, but no party is a national party except PTI. State Minister for Parliamentary Affairs Ali Muhammad Khan says Pakistan's future is linked with democracy as it is indispensable for the development and stability of the country. Talking to a private news channel, he said the people have given a 5-year mandate to Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf and it would complete its constitutional tenure without any trouble. The minister said when PTI came into power, the country was near to default, but due to restless efforts of PM Imran Khan, it became out of danger of bankruptcy. He said PTI would win 2023 elections with overwhelming thumping majority on the basis of its 5 years performance. A delegation of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation led by Special Envoy for Jammu and Kashmir, Yusuf Al-Jabi, has arrived in Islamabad today on a 6-day visit to Pakistan and the Azad Jammu and Kashmir. The Special Envoy will hold discussions encompassing the peace and security, human rights, humanitarian and legal aspects of the grave situation in the Indian legally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. His visit will reinforce the centrality of just settlement of the Jammu and Kashmir dispute to lasting peace in South Asia. Pakistan Ambassador to China Moinul Haq has said China is now Pakistan's largest trading partner as the overall bilateral trade has witnessed unprecedented increase of more than 60% since the launch of the second phase of the free trade agreement in January last year. During his visit to the 4th China International Import-Expo CIIE being held in Shanghai, he expressed the confidence that Pakistan's export to China would double in the next 3 to 5 years as a result of increasing interest of Pakistani companies to trade with China. The Taliban says 55-ISIS militants have surrendered in the resident eastern Nangarhar province of Afghanistan. An official statement from the Taliban's intelligence headquarters in Jalalabad said 55. The head of the National Directorate of Security in Nangarhar, Dr. Bashir, granted conditional pardon through mediation by tribal elders to the surrendering fighters who had been involved in the destructive activities in the province. Another batch of 65 militants had also surrendered in the same province last week. Yemeni President Abdurrab Mansour Hadi has urged the world to exert pressure on the Houthi rebels for a ceasefire, talking to U.S. Special Representative for Yemen Tim Lindgren in Riyadh. President Hadi asked him to press the Houthis to end the targeting of civilians. Mr. Lender King praised the effort of the Yemeni government to establish peace and end the war. He reiterated his support for Yemen's unity, stability and security, ending the war and establishing peace. Finally, the cricket in the ICC T20 World Cup. 2 matches will be played today. In the first match, Afghanistan will take on New Zealand in Abu Dhabi at 3 p.m, while the second match will be played between Pakistan and Scotland at Sharjah at 7 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, you can always log on to our website, radio.gov.pk. You can also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.